Hello and welcome back to Jason's Acoustic Workshop. This is lesson 12 in the beginner series for acoustic guitar. And today we're learning, you guessed it, bar chords. Okay? And of course I'm sure everybody who's gone through these lessons knows what this is. If you don't, check out lesson number 5. This is a chord diagram. Okay? And we're going to be doing 3 bar chords today. We're going to be doing F, G, and A. Okay? So, whenever you see a bar chord on a chord diagram, on a website or on a piece of sheet music, you're going to see, of course, the 2 circles, which represent your fingers, and an arc, like that, which means this whole area is covered, and it's covered by your first finger. All right? Okay. Let's do the bar chord F, since we're going to start with that. F. Now, with the bar chord F, you're going to play all the strings. All right? So, you're going to see the circle here, circle there, and of course, you're going to see the arc like that. And the fingering down here, 1 and 1. So in other words, your first finger is going to cover all 6 strings. Then you're going to be doing an E chord. Okay? So an E chord, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to lesson 5 through 7. E chord. Here, here, and there. Okay? So, this is going to be your 3rd finger. This is going to be your 4th finger. Okay? This is going to be your 2nd finger. And of course, you can also put a 1 right here if you want to. It's up to you. Okay? Some people just leave it, or you can just put a 1. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So that's a bar chord. Whenever you see this, that means that your first finger is going to be on all strings, on that first fret. Okay? Now, when you're seeing the G, all you have to do, basically, is get rid of the F here. We'll do a G. It's the same fingering. Okay? Same place on the frets, but since this represents the nut right here, what we're going to do is right here they will put a 3. Okay? Now basically what that means is this is now, instead of the first fret, because this is the nut, you take that away, and this now becomes the 3rd fret. Okay? So now you're going to put your first finger in a bar on the 3rd fret, do your E, and you have the G bar chord. Okay? Then, of course, if you want to go to the A, get rid of that, you get rid of that. You do the A chord, like this. And over here, this is going to be the 5th fret. Okay? Or you could do it over here. Whichever. It doesn't really matter. Okay? So now that's the 5th fret. So you're going to have your first finger on all 6 strings on the 5th fret. Okay? And of course, the E chord fingering. 3, 4, and 2. Same thing. Okay? So that's a bar chord. F, G, and A. Okay? So let's do them on the guitar. Alright, here we go, the F bar chord. And as always, the chord diagrams will be on the top. Now you're going to start off with your first finger. That is going to press all 6 strings on the 1st fret. Okay, make sure you press them. Then you're going to have 3rd fret, 3rd finger, 5th string. Then 3rd fret, 4th finger, 4th string, then 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 3rd string. Okay? So here we go. We're going to play all 6. Now remember, let me bring it around here. See where my thumb is? Towards the center. You can't put it up here because you can't press the 1st finger down if you have the thumb up on the top. See what it does? It kind of curls your 1st finger and you can't depress them. So you have to have it in the center of the back of the neck. So, press it down. There you go. All 6 strings. Nice clear sound. Now that was the F chord. Now you're going to do the G chord. And you have to go up to the 3rd fret. Now, the formation that my fingers are in is also going to be the G bar chord. So what you want to do is move all your fingers up to the 3rd fret. Your 1st finger will be on the 3rd fret. So you're basically going to lift up just a little bit, bring it over to the 3rd fret, and depress them again, and there's G. Now this is when the inlays come in handy. You see that dot, the inlay, your reference point. That right there is going to be your G bar chord. So now you know, to get the G, you put your 1st finger on that dot. Just like that. So now it's going to be 5th fret, 3rd finger, 5th string, 5th fret, 4th finger, 4th string, and 4th fret, 2nd finger, 3rd string. Okay? Get a nice clear sound. If it's starting to sound like that, that means you're either on the fret itself or you're not pressing down hard enough. So make sure you have that 1st finger in the center, like that, and have all your other fingertips in the center for a nice clear sound. And there's your G. Alright, here we go, the A bar chord. Now, you have the F on the 1st fret, your 1st finger on the 1st fret. With the G, your 1st finger is going to be on the 3rd fret, where that inlay is, and the A, your 1st finger is going to go up to the 5th fret, where the 2nd inlay is. So now you know the 1st inlay is your reference point for your G. So if you keep that formation and you go up 2 frets, 1, 2, to the 5th fret, there's your A. And to reference that, go to your A. See that? Alright, so that is, of course, your 1st finger is going to be on the 5th fret, all 6 strings. Then you're going to have 7th fret, 3rd finger, 5th string, 7th fret, 4th finger, 4th string, and 6th fret, 2nd finger, 3rd string. That is your A bar chord. Very simple. Okay, so let's recap. Alright, here we go. Here's your F. You go up 2. There's your G. Go up 2 more. There's your A. Very simple. Now you got to make sure, like I said, make sure you press down firmly, but not too tight, because your fingers will start to cramp up if you have it down too tight. So you just want to make sure nice firm, but just a tad bit loose on the string pressing. Just enough to where if you're hearing this, if you're hearing deadened strings, you're not pressing hard enough. So press, hear that? Press a little bit harder. Boom. Okay? And you're going to go up to the first inlay, G. Go up 2 more frets up to the 5th inlay. Boom. 5th fret, 2nd inlay, I'm sorry. 2nd inlay on the 5th fret. And that's your A. Okay? 1st inlay on the 3rd fret, G. And of course your 1st fret is the F. And of course, as you can see, it's an E. So you come here, and you go to F. It's still the E, but you're just using the bar here to represent the nut. Is all you're doing. So, make sure you practice those. Go back and forth. F, G, A. Go back down to G and to F. Or spice it up a little bit and bring it around here. Spice it up a little bit and there. That way you know. And say the note chords out loud, the bar chords. F, A, G, A, F. That way you know. And if you hear that little squeaking noise, don't worry about it. F, G, A. Okay? And those are your bar chords. F, G, and A. Now in the next lesson, we're going to be doing B, C, and D. And E. We're going to put E in there as a bar chord. Okay? So, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends about these lessons. And if you haven't learned the song on lesson 11, go back there and learn that song. Because in the future, we're going to spice it up a little bit once we get into the more advanced lessons. Okay? Now, if you haven't, if you don't have the vocals for the key of D, then go to the key of A, or go to the key of C, or go to the key of G, or something like that. Let me bring myself down here. So go to the key of G and all that kind of stuff. That's all you have to do. That way it matches your vocals. Okay? And if you're not singing, then the person that is singing, you find the key that's right for them. That way they can sing it comfortably, because you don't want them straining. Because if your vocals blow out, it's over. Okay? Alright. So, like I said, practice at least an hour a day. Tell your friends, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I will see you in the next lesson.